Hello lovely people. Just a little update guys on the I don't know if you can remember the video I did about the homeless guy that was in Dipolog, the German guy. Well, I went to Barangay Barra just to see, if he was still around, just to see where he was and what he was up to. But anyway, I was told by the local people from the fishing village of where he was hanging around at, that he got arrested. He stole out of the shop. Apparently, he stole out of the shop, and the shopkeeper phoned the police, found him because he was hanging around that same vicinity all the time, and he was arrested. And this happened about 3 weeks ago, so they tell me. So I would imagine he will be probably in a Dipolog police station. Then he will probably, because he was overstaying as well, I believe, so he'll probably be deported. So that was the update on that, guys, about the homeless guy that I bumped into a while ago, a few months ago. He'd been arrested and for theft, and probably in their local police station now, like I say. So guys, it's so easy to we get all of these good stories of the Philippines, but it doesn't take much to push you over the edge and end up in the situation like that. And there's many mosquitoes flying around me. But so it's sad. It's very sad indeed to actually see anybody homeless, especially when you're not in your own country and things have gone terribly wrong. That time when I was scammed, it was a long time ago. I think about 10 years ago, I think, something like that. The first time I came to the Philippines, and I lost everything then. But I think I've got the character in me not to let it get me down and go down that rocky road of alcohol. So I just picked myself up and started again. I was fortunate enough to be able to do that. But obviously, this guy didn't. And I still don't know the reason, but it's so easy, just to become homeless, to become, destitute, have no money. And the thing is, guys, as well, when you do run out of money, and of course, probably then your visa extension is the last thing on your mind. So you let that lapse, and every month that goes by, you incur fines, and it just accumulates, So even if you wanted to go home, you couldn't just simply book a ticket, if you had the money, book a ticket, go to the airport and fly home. You can't just do that. You have to sort out your overstay, and depending on how long it is, the overstay depends on how much you have to pay. And then I think if it's over a certain amount of time, you get blacklisted. I was told that anyway, because I overstayed my visa here once during the time of COVID-19, and I went to, and I was worried about it because I overstayed for a couple of years. So I went to a visa agency company, and I did a motion of reconsideration. Unfortunately, because my circumstances, and the reason was a good reason. So I paid the fines and this, and I got on top of my visa again. Then I applied for the 13A, which I did get. And incidentally, guys, if any of you guys here on 13As, don't forget, now is the time that we should be doing our annual report, which I haven't done mine yet because I'm going to wait till the end of this month before I do mine, because I've been told that the local satellite offices have got quite a lot of foreigners in there doing it, so I will wait till the end of this month. I think we've got till the 1st of March. Well, I'll be going around about the 27th of 27th, 25th or something like that of this month, at the end of the month, like I did last year. Because when I went there last year, there was no one there. There was just a foreigner before me than me. I was there 10 minutes gone. But you know, getting back to being homeless in the Philippines is very easy. Homeless anywhere. You know, you come to a foreign country, you might be coming to meet a beautiful girl. You might get scammed, you might get ripped off, or it just goes Pete Tong. And then before you know it, if you haven't got a pension and you're here on savings, those savings are gone, then you've got no money to replace what you've already spent. So then that's when the nightmare begins. And it does happen. It does happen. Well, it's happened to this German guy. And that's just one guy that I met when I was just riding around on my bike when I was going to go fishing. And I just saw him sat on the street corner, no t-shirt, pair of dirty old shorts, and stopped. Well, I went around first. I circled around. I thought, I wonder what, where he's from and that. And he looked at me. And anyway, it's in a previous video. But yes, easy here to get behind on your visas and then to get yourself in a whole load of trouble. And I suggest, if you've got family, friends back in your own country, to actually help you pay the overstay and then get out of here. Because the place where they stick you, I believe it's in Manila somewhere. I can't remember the place, but it's in Manila. And you can be in there for months while they're processing. And also, I've also been told that if you can't afford to pay the your overstay and the fines that you incur, that they keep you there until you do. But apparently as well, there are many foreigners that are still there that have overstayed their visa from a long time ago. So if you've got family and friends back home, guys, and you find yourself in that kind of situation, it's very wise to pay it and then get the hell out of Dodge, as they would say. Because the dream from wherever you are can quickly turn into a nightmare. And the longer it goes on, the worse it gets. I remember as well, there was another guy here, and he overstayed for 7 years, and he was a British guy. And what happened was with him, he came here with a lot of money. He had no pension, but he did come here with quite a lot of money, and he had got involved with this girl, and the girl's mother, she she kind of convinced him to invest in renting a bar, getting a videoke machine, which I think he bought 2 machines because he had 2 different venues. Well, that went wrong, and she sold, the mother of his girlfriend sold the videoke machines, so he lost that. Then he was just so stupid. He just should have seen the signs, but he was convinced again by this mother-in-law who'd ripped him off to start up like a meat business, a meat shop. Well, he did that. He bought the freezers. He rented a place again, a little venue in Dipolog. And when you're in the city, to rent these places, it's quite a lot of money. It's not cheap, the monthly rent. So he did that. Again, all went wrong. Then apparently they stole, I think they stole a couple of 100,000 pesos on top of what they already had ripped him off. Anyway, he ran out of money. And he did keep up to date with his visas, but then he didn't have the money to go home because gone. So then he was overstaying, and his brother sent him money to pay his overstay, which he did go to Manila, but this was during the time of COVID-19. and he managed to get an appointment in Manila. He got the clearance, from the barangay to go there, and he signed an affidavit thing of why he overstayed and this, that and the other, and they kept his passport, but they released him, and they said come back or call us in a month's time and we will work out the fees and things like this. Well, he didn't do it, and he left it, and the money that his family sent him, idiot, he spent it. He spent the money that his family sent him to pay for his overstay. And I said to him, I said, what did you do that for? And he said, well, I haven't heard from the immigration. I said, well, they aren't going to call you. They said to you for you to call them. Anyway, I think he went on for a few years, and they come and they got him, and he was arrested. And he had 3 kids here as well. He wasn't married, but he had 3 kids to this girl, and that didn't stop them taking him away, which it won't. Many people think that if you've got children here in the Philippines, or you're married, and you overstay your visa, there's many people under this false impression of that's going to save you. It's not going to save you. It's not going to save you. Anyway, he was taken to Manila, to this holding place, and he was in there for about 5 months, I think. And I don't know how, but the British Embassy got involved, and they helped him, and they paid for his flight. And I think he was I think he had an agreement with the Philippines immigration. He was blacklisted and deported, but they said if he paid the fines that he owed, that he could ask for the blacklisted to be lifted. But anyway, to this day, with the knowledge that I have, he hasn't paid anything, so I don't think it will be accepted now anyway. So he's back in England. His girlfriend here has got 3 kids. I don't know what she's doing now, but so that's another 3 kids that are going to grow up with no father because of his stupid ways. He could have all sorted it out. His family sent them the money to do it, and then he could have got married if he wanted to get married to the girl, apply for his 13A and be all legal, but he didn't. And I kept saying to him, aren't you bothered? He said, nah, whatever happens. He said, they aren't going to come after me. I said, they will. He said, but they don't know that I'm overstaying. I said, well, they do, because you've been to immigration in Manila and you've admitted that you're overstaying. They've got your passport. They know you're overstaying. Anyway, yes, they caught him a few years afterwards, and he's deported. So guys, it's very important that we, and if you're on a tourist visa here, it's not that much to pay. I don't know what it is because I'm on a 13A, but when I was doing it, you could get a 6-month visa then. I think they've stopped that now, but you could do. But even if you get a 2 months visa, it's not that much money. The iCard every year that you get if you're a tourist, I don't know what that is now either. But the thing is, if you can't afford to pay these fees, then you shouldn't be here, really. And I don't mean that in a detrimental way, but you shouldn't be. If you're finding it hard to live here, buying your visas, then I think you should be thinking about going home and getting some more money and then returning or something, because you will end up in the crap without a shadow of a doubt. And then the dream that you had turns into a nightmare, and it turns into a horror story. Especially if you've got family here, like a girlfriend and children, like this British guy did. And then he misses seeing his kids grow up. The kids miss a father. All right, as far as I know, she'll probably get some, like another foreigner, if she hasn't already. But that's besides the point. That is, that's irrelevant. But guys, sort out your visas here and stuff, and keep your noses clean. And everything will be hunky-dory. Like I said, I went through a bit of it wasn't a bad patch because I had the money, I just couldn't get to the visa office. And then I paid someone and they said, oh yes, we'll sort your visa out. And they took my money and ran. So I had to go through a visa agency in the finish. And it was, I think, JRC or GC, I can't remember, JRC or something. And they fortunately did all my paperwork for me legally, and it was all sorted out. Basically, guys, always what the immigration here want is their money. So, I mean, if you are finding yourself overstaying, don't be scared of it, you know, because the longer you leave it, the worse it's going to get. You know, grab the bull by both horns and just go through immigration or go through an agency and just get it sorted out. Otherwise, you're going to end up in a terrible mess, in a place where you don't want to be, like in a Philippine jail. So yeah, guys, that was just a little update on the German guy, and I've just rambled on about visas and things. But yeah, so he's been arrested. Police station, I would imagine. Then I don't know. Probably they will probably inform immigration, and then he'll probably be deported after he served his term in prison here for theft, because they take theft here quite seriously, especially when there's a foreigner involved. Especially when there's foreigners involved, you know. Yeah, and we are in a foreign country, and like I say, we will always be guests here. We will always be foreigners here. We will never be anything special. We're just foreigners, and no rights, or very, very, very little rights. So keep your nose clean, guys. Keep on top of your visas. Keep out of trouble. And if you're on a 13A, don't forget to do your annual report. We've got till the 1st of March. If we don't do it by then we incur fines. So if you like the video, guys, subscribe, and I'll see you very, very shortly. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.